Hey Archery Talk, this is Lucas, and today I'm here to offer my long-term review on the Trophy Taker Smackdown Pro Click Arrow Rest, which you can see here mounted on my Obsession Fixation 6 XP test bow. You might be familiar with the Trophy Taker line of arrow rests already. They've got a pretty deep line of limb-driven and cable-driven rests. The Smackdown line is all limb-driven. I have actually owned a regular Smackdown Pro before, which really the only main difference between that and this particular arrow rest are the clicks. So whereas the regular Smackdown Pro, you loosen things with an Allen key and then you can gradually move things over left to right or up and down. This one, you just use the clicker and you can move it one click at a time, make really minute changes. It does make things, for me, a little bit simpler to make changes, especially when you're first setting up a bow. And as I set up a bunch of different bows, that's super helpful for me. So this bow I think retails for about $140, which is only about a $20 upcharge or so over the non-click version. So for me, that's really a no-brainer. Some other companies have kind of click rests which are significantly more expensive than their non-click version. So Trophy Taker did a nice job in keeping the price points fairly similar. So for that $20 for me, I think this is a no-brainer just for the ease of use. It has got vertical and horizontal micro click adjustment, all done very easily. This bow, this arrow rest is one of my favorites. I've not tested everyone out there. The Smackdown Pro has been my favorite. I had it on the very first hunting bow I ever had, and I've got it on this one right now, which it's just a great functional arrow rest. Most of them will do whatever you want. I like the idea of a limb-driven rest in general. I just find it feels like there's less that can go wrong than can on a cable-driven rest. Not that I've ever had any major issues with a cable-driven rest before either, but limb-driven is kind of the way I prefer to go. The only downside is if you're into that kind of thing is when you draw back this bow and let down, the arm does not stay up. It will go down as you let down the bow. The good news is this arrow rest has a bit of a cradle here on the shelf of the bow, which will hold onto the arrow when you let down and kind of keep things quiet. You do have to let down fairly smoothly, else you can end up off of that and it could make a little bit of noise. So you might want to put some soft tape on the top of your shelf or something like that, just so you're not going to hear a lot of carbon on metal rattling around in a hunting situation. But if you do let down carefully, it'll land comfortably in that little cradle without any problems, at least for me so far. Another thing I like about the Trophy Taker Smackdown Pro Click is he's got multiple entry points to load an arrow through. You can come in to the side. There's a little flap that folds down and lets you slide your arrow in. Or you can come in from the front to the back, whatever you like to do. This rest, and then it's fully contained as well. So there's if you get in a weird position where you shake your bow, the arrow's not going to flop outside of this containment ring, which is kind of nice. As for setting up and tuning this bow with this arrow rest, just a week ago, I shot a video where I actually tried to see how much duct tape I can shoot an arrow through. Check the video out for that. Super important stuff we're doing here. I had to set up for broadhead specifically. So I had just had this bow set up for field points, which was already shooting great. I had to make a few small changes. Really, it was mostly just a little bit of vertical change. 2 or 3 clicks up I had to come on this rest, and then I had my broadheads and my field points bang on against each other. I was able to shoot the tape without any issue, and so it just makes it easy to use the clicks like that. Why I like it is when you're setting up bows, if you're a person who likes to take careful notes, you can make changes on here and keep really easy track of them. So if you've gone up 3 clicks and gone left 3 clicks, you can write those down. And then later on, if you find I maybe gone a little too far up or a little too far left, I'm going to come down 1, I'm going to come back right 2, and then you can just keep tracking your notes. And having those individual clicks like that makes that a lot easier, at least for me. Beyond that, the rest functions as I would hope any rest does. As I said, I like a limb-driven rest. And no, again, it's just a personal preference. A cable-driven rest is just fine as well. But just for me, the limb-driven rest has never failed. I just like how it feels sturdy to me. But beyond that, the Trophy Taker rest, as I said, retails for about $140. You can learn more on trophytaker.com. And beyond that, thank you so much for watching Archery Talk. We'll hopefully see you soon. And thanks again.